Right, and the person who has actually handed over that bill is joining me in studio today. That is Ngugi, the County Executive Committee member for Finance and Planning in Kiambu County. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.
You're not in a very comfortable place right now. A lot of people are accusing you and the County Executive Committee of not having asked them what their views and opinions were before getting this bill in place. Is this true?
Well, this is not true. I think where we are, the bill has come through a long process. We started by getting together the members of the of staff from the various sub-counties, 8 of them in total. We got them together in a task force and deliberated on what need to go to the bill. What informed us was actually what they've been charging from the various local authorities. You know that we have had quite 8 of them, for instance, but now because we are one county, we decided to consolidate what we have actually been charging. So I would say 95% of what is contained in the bill is actually not new.
So you're saying that 95% of the proposed licenses, the fees and the charges that are in this finance bill were there in the defunct institutions that were there before. But then there are a lot of controversies coming up, especially with relation to burying of the dead. There's been some misconstruing that, you know, you're charging people who are dead. How true is this?
With regard to the burial for the dead people, if you read the bill, if you go to page 34, you realize that the charges that we have put there are actually burial fees on county cemeteries. It is not to people's private homes or private chambers or their private premises or so, but rather at the county premises, whereby we have we are proposing to charge temporary fees. And also permanent fees, depending on whether it's a temporary grave or depending on whether it is a permanent grave.
Okay, so a lot of people are asking, why would you want to charge that? Because people are paying taxes anyway, and part of the things that taxes are supposed to do is take care of certain things, such as creation of cemeteries and making sure they're kept.
Okay, well, let me say that really it is not a tax. It is a fee. And there's a difference between a fee and a tax.
Please tell me, what is the difference?
You see, a fee is charged for something in return, for a service rendered in return. A tax is a payment. It is not directly linked to any service.
Mary,
what you are saying
the argument here is that people are already paying taxes so that these services can be rendered. So to charge an extra fee is strenuous on them. What's your response for that?
Yes, what I'm saying is that as Kiambu County, we are not the only county charging for people's for the service of burying people in the county cemeteries. You know that we have acquired this land. It is valuable land. It is scarce land. In Kiambu, they are also charging at the Langata cemeteries. We have also seen a lot of people bringing their dead bodies to Kiambu County. So what we are saying is that we don't want to be the dumping ground. We want to provide that service and also be able to take up our responsibility of burying our people, the destitute, the children, the ones who do not have land within Kiambu. Okay. For those ones, we have an exemption regime for them. We have the responsibility of burying them within our county cemeteries for free.
I just want to get to that because in one of your statements you said that the poor and the landless people would always be catered for through exemptions for which we already have a criteria. How does this criteria work? Because according to my knowledge, 30% of the population in Kiambu County right now is in dire poverty. So that means you'll be catering for 30% of the population who can't afford to bury on their land.
Well, it's not everyone who would want to bury on the county cemetery land, and this criteria is not specifically for burials at the county cemeteries, but it runs across for rates, for licenses, for payment of various services that are offered by the county. We know that it's our responsibility to provide services to the people of Kiambu. What I'm saying here is that we have developed a criteria for helping the unfortunate, the less fortunate people in our county. Whenever they have that need, we look at it in an objective way so that we can ensure that we actually deliver the services to all cadres of society.
Okay, I'll get to that in a little while, assuming we have time. But there's also another controversy as to whether people are going to be paying fees for slaughtering, or is it just going to apply to slaughterhouses?
Again, it is a misconception. The fee that we have proposed through our finance bill is actually fee applicable to the slaughterhouses and not to people's homes. So what is in the finance bill, if you have had a chance to look at it, you will agree with me. It is actually meant to be paid for in the county abattoirs or in the slaughterhouses, but not in people's homes. And it's just what I was clarifying, that a fee is in return for a service, and the service here is being delivered at the slaughterhouse.
Okay, we've run out of time, unfortunately, but I do want you to respond to one of the people who was speaking, and they said that the county finance bill is actually oppressive. And I mean, you've heard it from the people who are talking on the screens. They're not happy with it. Are you going to revisit it, or is it going to go as is?
Well, I would say that this is a proposed bill. It's not an act yet. There are still avenues where people can bring in and submit their submissions. We can still input into it, even though it's right now it's at the county assembly. But we shall also be making our amendments because we have heard what people have said. We are sensitive to the wishes of the people. We consulted them, as I said earlier.
Right.
But at the same time, I think it is a process. It is not complete. But by the way, we had also sent this bill to the Kenya Law Reform Commission, and they gave us very good comments about it. So we are very confident that we are in the right process, and we will actually deliver the best. At the end of the day, it will be something worth the effort.
Let's end it.